Hello everyone, welcome in. Welcome to Community Distance Reiki. It's wonderful to have you all here today. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and if you are new, feel free to go ahead and click that live chat button and introduce yourself. I see a few of you already had. Welcome. If you are watching this as a video replay, you can, if you want to skip ahead to the healing, go ahead to about the 1 hour 15-minute mark, or where you see the lights begin to shift, and you can begin the journey there, or you can just let the video play and learn all about the crystals. Those of you who have been here before, it's good to see you again. Thank you for your ongoing support. As you go ahead and enter your requests for healing in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and pick some beautiful crystals to help support that. We're going to put that all together into a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. And then when we're done with that, I'm going to send everyone a beautiful Reiki healing session for you to enjoy wherever you happen to be. So, it's good to see you all. So let's go ahead, say our hellos, and get started on this beautiful grid. But before that, if you are interested in this kind of thing and you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, or if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, go ahead over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description. So let's go ahead and say hi to everyone. Awesome. Welcome in, everyone. T, it's good to see you. Violet Integration. Patty, I don't know if Key is with you today. Miriam, welcome. I'm the Capital, welcome. And Susie, welcome in. It's good to see you. Thank you for putting a request in for your friend, and I'll absolutely support that for Geronimo. Okay, awesome. So, yay. Prudence Jane, Jenny, good to see you all. Awesome. So let's go ahead and start putting some crystals in the grid. So Geronimo, as a lot of us who are here pretty regularly have met Geronimo, she needs some healing today from flu, heartache, and grief. So let's go ahead and support that. So we've got some moss agate, some rhodonite, and we'll go ahead and use some jet. There we go. So moss agate is very spiritual, but also a very physically healing stone. It's pretty highly revered in China and used in Chinese medicine. This is thought to help support anything that, as they would say, has wind, and that means something that's spreading through the body quickly, like a virus. So this is thought to help the body kind of get its storehouses together and be able to focus on it a little bit more. Spiritually speaking, it helps us to feel a deep connection to spirit and to nature. It helps us to feel a little bit more renewed and restored when in nature, and it helps us to do any kind of like parts work, like inner child work or higher self work. Also great for unconditional love. So we're going to go ahead and bring that in. And rhodonite is great for heartache and heartbreak. It's a good stone for everything from breakup to losing someone passing away. It helps to heal the cracks of a broken heart so that you can open your heart to love once again when you're ready. It's also supportive of insecurities, and even for folks who have struggled with emotional abuse in the past, this can really help to work towards wholeness in that regard. It's also great for allergies, asthma, and autoimmune stuff, all of which is me. And for those who haven't been here before, I feel that crystals and Reiki are the ultimate complement to everything, and feel no need for it to be a replacement for anything. So I take the meds I take, I eat the diet I eat, I hang out with rocks, I meditate, I do Reiki. I think all the things together work really well. So let's see what else. Oh, and some jet. So everybody be the boss of your own body, and I think the crystals are super helpful. Oh, hey, awesome. New folks coming in. Serene Within, welcome. Key is here but napping. May it be an awesome and restful nap. Naps can be so healing. So this is jet. Now, jet is volcanically fossilized wood. typically fossilized wood looks kind of like a tree turned into a rock. It looks exactly like what it is. Jet generally is something that transformed very quickly through intense high heat. And this is a superb stone for grief and loss. It helps you to get into the depths of the grief while being able to move through it and truly process it, but at the same time not get overwhelmed or kind of numb out to it. It's also great for protection and any kind of work around hospice. So if you've got any kind of grief, whether it's soon to be grief or already there grief, jet is wonderful. And lots of love to Geronimo. Hey, Joanna. Good to see you. Okay, cool. So I will get to everybody's requests. Absolutely everybody. Okay, so Miriam, you're having, you're looking for clarity and you're having some pain in your neck. Gotcha. So we'll do some Amazonite and let's bring in some Bumblebee Jasper. So this stone actually has pretty high levels of sulfur as well as arsenic. So I don't ever recommend putting crystals in water and drinking that water as a means of making a gem elixir, but definitely not with this one, especially not with this one. This one is great for clarity, mental focus, decision making, and also like motivation, inspiration, kind of like, let's get up, let's get to work, let's get the things done. We're excited about getting them done. It's great for like that collaborative type work too. It's good for positivity, confidence, and empowering manifestation as well. For a little bit more of a spiritual clarity, let's go ahead and bring in Chevron Amethyst. Chevron Amethyst helps to direct our messages up to spirit and helps us to hear and understand the response that comes back. It's wonderful for any kind of visionary type spiritual working. So meditation, like visionary meditation, if you do healing work in dreams, if you do anything with clairvoyance, this can be particularly helpful. Also helps with connection to your angels and your spirit guides. And so we will bring this in. So that can bring some clarity of message from the spirit realm and your guides. And I'm also going to bring in Amazonite. This is helpful for the spine and spinal nerves. So that includes the C-spine, the neck, and anyone that has like nerve pain related to that. It's also superb for anyone that struggles with self-care, especially those folks who tend to focus on everyone else's needs at the expense of their own. This helps to encourage self-respect, but also reminds everybody that, you know, hey, it's a good thing to take care of yourself. And you deserve to be taken care of. You deserve the same caliber of care that you show others. So that is Amazonite. So thanks for being here and enjoy hanging out. Hope you are well. Hey, Jennifer Vatsa, good to see you. Yes, tomorrow is a full moon in Capricorn, which is my sun sign. Violet integration, emotional and physical healing, awful cramps, and all things hormonal. Gotcha. Okay, and so let's start with some pink tourmaline. This helps with all things hormonal regardless of gender, but especially when it's any kind of GYN issue. It's a great stone to work with. So anything from like painful menses to endometriosis to everything around it and in between. It's also great for neuralgia, which is nerve pain, as well as migraines. It helps with mother-baby bonding too. Also great for spinal injuries and muscle weakness and dispelling a negative self-image. So if you're working on the way that you see yourself and trying to see yourself in a more positive light, pink tourmaline can be very helpful. So bring that in. Another one that's great for all things women health related is Unakite. This is all the different times of life. This is everything from onset of menses to fertility to prenatal, postpartum, all of the above. It's also great for metabolism, for quitting smoking, and it's thought to really support cardiac health and circulation. So we'll go ahead and we'll put this into for physical healing. I think we've got both covered. Let me know if you want any other targeted physical healing, if it's more than what we just covered. Both of those can help with emotional healing, but let's do something more targeted. We've been really vibing well with Septarian, so I'm going to bring that in. Septarian also goes by Dragon's Egg, and here it is raw. It's a couple kinds of calcite together, actually. But yeah, so this is Septarian. So this helps on a physical level with pain and muscle spasms and things, muscle pain. So, you know, that might help you too. But it's also great for any kind of emotional growth and emotional healing. Anytime that we're doing the work of self-improvement and of healing our pains of our past, there can be times where we have to feel vulnerable in order to access certain things. And this can very much support that. It also helps with understanding the underlying causes for emotional issues and different types of, like the ways that the different traumas and the different pains that you've experienced in the past might be showing up in the present, can really shed a light on that for you. It also helps with any kind of understated solar plexus chakra. So if you struggle to have and maintain boundaries, or to place your desires above what others want from you, that kind of thing, this can be a particularly helpful stone. But it's also good with skin wounds, lesions, things like that. So we're going to go ahead and see, we'll put that here and here because these are quite large. So that's Septarian. So let me know if there's any more targeted stuff I can get for you and feel better. Oh yeah, definitely also waiting for the rain. I'm lucky in that I don't get joint pain like so many folks do, even despite my really nasty leg injury. So lucky. But I can definitely feel that like it wants to rain kind of feeling, and I feel it all in here. You can probably see it in my face if you've been here before. Everything gets just a little bit like puffy. Let's see. Okay, so Prudence Jane, sadness, anger, shame, resentment. Yeah, the really difficult emotions for sure. So the crystal that I find to be the most helpful for joint pain, and the crystal that I use mostly for, or that I use most for anger, resentment, happen to be the same crystal, and that's howlite. White howlite is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated stones. It's often dyed and sold as turquoise, or left undyed and sold as white turquoise. White turquoise is a beautiful stone. It's just different from howlite. Howlite is superb for anger, resentment, and frustration. It can help take the sting out of those feelings so that you're not quite so volatile, so that this way you can see if there's anything that you can do to help that situation, or sometimes just see a new way to release those really stuck emotions that can be really hard to let go of. Also great for joints, but bones in general. It's thought to help bone integrity, to aid osteoporosis, and In general, teeth, bones, hair, like a really excellent stone for all of the above. I struggle with bone stuff. I have osteopenia. I have somewhat brittle bones, and this is one of the crystals I use in addition to all the other things I use, and supplements and weight-bearing exercises and all those good things. But yeah, I hope that that helps those of you who are struggling with some joint pain, and I hope that that helps with the anger and resentment. And let's see what else. So, sadness and shame. Okay, so let's go ahead with Snowflake Obsidian. Can be really, it's excellent with guilt, but it also is very helpful for shame, like very helpful for shame. So guilt and shame for sure. This one also helps with recognizing the patterns that we keep falling into so that we can make different choices or maybe change the way that we act and react. It also helps to calm overstimulation. It balances the body, mind, and spirit. And it helps with just in general peace and serenity, especially after loss. So this will actually be good for Geronimo as well, and Susie for that matter. So I'll bring these in. It's also great for clairaudience, which is spiritual hearing. Another one that I find really helpful for shame and moving through basically being able to express how we feel is blue lace agate. Really helpful for that. This can help with expressing really difficult emotions or anything that you find challenging to express, like shame. Also helps with sore throats, skin allergies, and arthritis, as well as fractures. It's thought to help the bones. But anytime that we are having a hard time saying how we feel, or if we're going to be saying something that might hurt the other person to hear it and we want to be as gentle as possible, blue lace agate can be helpful. But it can definitely help break up the shame spiral that kind of lives at the front of the throat. It can help you to move through that. And for sadness, I'm going to bring in some green onyx. This is good for general sadness as well as grief. All onyx is great for working through grief and is protective. When it comes to emotions, green onyx really shines. You can be in some serious depths of sadness, and this can just be with you. It's like a very supportive, heart-centered stone that doesn't push you into like a healing crisis, but can just be with you while you're releasing whatever those feelings of grief or sadness happen to be. It helps you to move on despite emotional pain, and it can work even for cases where you feel like you're emotionally just shut down or you've gone emotionally numb. It can help you to get back in touch with things without being completely overwhelmed. So let's actually move these here for now. Okay, and the Septarian too might be really helpful for you, and all the best to you, Prudence. It's not easy to do that shadow work, and good on you for doing it. We're here to support you. Hey, Chris. Martha, I hope you're doing well. Okay, so who was next? Okay, T, intention for focus and achieving goals, good sleep, clear communication, stonewise, honey calcite, tree agate, tiger eye, and howlite. Good, well, we've got one of those there already. Focus and achieving goals. Ooh, I like that. There's some really good ones for that. Definitely bumblebee jasper can be very helpful. Tiger eye also. Tiger eye helps with study and research and also can be very protective, especially against things like envy and jealousy. It helps with sort of a big picture view of everything that's going on too. It helps you to take in everything and then think about the best way to go about it. And it's excellent for finding fine details in things. If you're doing any work that involves like a lot of tedious looking through, or if you need to look through to find an error in something, like a lot of ledgers, or if you're doing like coding or something and you're looking for an error, Tiger Eye can be just so helpful. Also for like things like entrepreneurship, business planning, things where you need to see a big picture in order to put all the pieces together. So that's Tiger Eye. Okay, and honey calcite tree agate. Honey calcite is easily one of our favorites here. We love it. It's so just loving and soothing and positive and great. This helps with balancing everything between the solar plexus, which is our center of self, and the sacral, which is the center of relationships and how we relate to others in the world around us. This is one that helps with optimism even when things are really challenging, and also helps with attracting the people to you that you're best to have in your life right now, whether that's new neighbors, new colleagues, new friends, whatever the case might be. This can help to like find the people that resonate with the you that you are right now, and kind of, you know, especially if you've done a lot of healing work and you're like into a big move or you've switched jobs, this can be a really great stone to work with. And let's see, you also asked for tree agate. So tree agate is similar in a lot of ways to moss agate, except that it is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga. This is thought to optimize and harmonize the movement of energy throughout the body into even the smallest levels. It's thought to also help bring into balance your entire body, mind, spirit. And that's regardless of what imbalances you might have. So it's considered tridoshic, or really good for everybody. So this is excellent for physical health and spiritual well-being too, but in general, balance. So we'll bring this here. And it looks even similar to moss agate, and they're used in very similar ways. It's really wild. For good sleep and achieving goals. So let's do, and I know we always get good sleep requests. And so achieving goals. Let's see. Focus and achieving goals. Let's do some polychrome jasper. Polychrome jasper works with our Earth Star chakra. That's the energy center beneath the root, and that is connected to where we take our soul's purpose and act on it and show up and say, okay, I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to walk the walk. I'm going to take my soul's purpose and I'm going to do whatever I need to do to bring it forward. And so that's where it can really help you with achieving goals. And it's also great for focus, and as is Bumblebee Jasper. It helps to break indifference. It's very motivating. It lends a lot of confidence. And it's also great for movement, especially in the lower extremities. And it's good for lower extremity joints too. So another one that's helpful for those feeling the pre-storm pressure. And yeah, I'm in Philly and the sky just turned yellow. So things are coming. things are happening. Yeah, when my ears start popping, I'll let you know. But yeah, so that is polychrome jasper. I'm going to put some around the edges here. And I'm so glad that you are here, T. People are asking for lungs. Me too. Me too. And serene within. Physical energy, chronic fatigue. I'm not sure what ME is. CFS is chronic fatigue, I believe. and healing energy for breast cancer. Absolutely. So let's grab these two and so physical energy, the best stones we have are polychrome, bumblebee, and rutilated quartz. So it's a little hard to see, but see how it looks like there's little threads or little hairs in that first crystal? Those are rutils. It's thought that those rutils, when in quartz, help direct the energy where it is most needed. And it's been used as a gift for at least several decades. It's thought to be a beautiful gift for folks that are dealing with cancer. It's the intention behind the gift being, may the healing, all of the treatments that you're getting go to where they're most needed. It's also really great for finding energy, like getting your energy back after you've been sick or undergoing treatments, or just, you know, if life is handing you all of the things to do and you're just like beat, this can help you to bring your energy stores back up. It's also great for focus in the mind as well, and for, in general, just energy, just helping you feel like you have your batteries kind of recharged. So all the best to you. And let's see, I think I might have to reposition the stones just a bit so they'll lay better. It's easier to do this now than later. There we go. Okay, there we go. And I hope that that helps. And let me see. Yeah, I think we've got a really good grid for you. Also, like the moss agate and the tree agate will be really helpful for you too. But all the best to you. Let's see. Patty, I think physical, emotional, spiritual healing, rebalancing, and manifestation, drawing in all kinds of love would do us all good today. I agree. Physical, emotional, spiritual healing. Snowflake obsidian for sure. And nope, stones are moving around. Manifestation, drawing in all kinds of love, rebalancing. The chevron amethyst is helpful, but let's bring in some Herkimer diamond. This is wonderful for manifestation, regardless of what you're calling in, but it's also great for relaxation and being in the present moment. That can help so many things. It's very rebalancing. It can also help to balance body, mind, spirit, because we're in the moment that we're in. It's a powerful place to be when we're manifesting, rather than just going from wish to wish. It's, I'm here right now, and my next steps would need this. It's a very grounding and focused way to do that. It's also great with harmonizing energy. It balances metabolism, and it's great for intuition. So let's definitely bring that in. And let's see. Drawing in all kinds of love. Let's bring in some kunzite. This is extremely high vibrational, loving, high heart kind of stone, connecting to angels, the Kuan Yin, your spirit guides and helpers, spirit in general. This is one that helps you to, in a way, transcend just the human life type stuff, which is very important, but it brings us back into our knowledge that we are all interconnected, we are all one, and we are deeply connected with spirit, while filling your heart with love and even expanding the amount of love that your heart can hold. It's very, very loving, non-judgmental, beautiful healing stone. So we'll bring that in. Yeah, let me know if there's anything else that you think of. Sleep healing too. I did have something for sleep healing. Here it is. So for sleep, let's bring in labradorite. It helps with sleep so much. It also was wonderful for calming disputes, especially like customer service type jobs and things like that. It's great for workplace harmony. Research and study, it can really work well with things like picture jasper and tiger eye, and detailed attention to things too. So same as tiger eye in that regard, detailed attention to even finding errors. This can also help with clairvoyance. So if your dreams are more of a, like there's supposed to be a message and we're not getting it, this might help you to understand it better so that you don't have to keep having the dream. But in general, it just helps with way better sleep. So we'll bring that in. Awesome. Something for the upcoming buck moon, absolutely. Hey, Dewey, it's good to see you. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Yeah, seriously, pink kunzite can be a little hard to get. Honestly, that I could only get it as a bracelet. So, but yeah, it can be a tricky stone to find sometimes. Not that it's terribly expensive when you find it, but it's just kind of a harder find. It's very, very, I'm very, very grateful to have found it. Let's see. Moon Kitty really likes that crystal. Aw. Okay. So Prudence Jane had a request for finding love too, and something for the full moon tomorrow. Whenever I do full moon anything, I always start with moonstone. This definitely, as the moon connects with the lunar cycles, it's connected with all the rhythms and patterns of nature, so that it helps us to feel reconnected with that. It's also superb for calling in love and a great relationship, as well as connection to the divine feminine, women's health. So definitely good for you, Violet integration, connection to old and even ancient spiritual paths, to intuition, knowledge, also releasing patterns as well as protection while traveling. And anything that you're doing around a full or new moon, anything that's involving the lunar cycles at all, moonstone can be particularly helpful. It can look any number of ways. So I'm going to bring in these little flat guys. Moonstone and labradorite are very closely related. And also for tomorrow's moon, it's in the sign of Capricorn. So I'm going to bring in some garnet, which is going to help with working with that very Capricorn energy. This is organization, practicality, but also the courage and the ingenuity to see things from a different perspective to find the best way to get them done. It helps with organization and finding balance in general. If you're looking for better work-life balance, this is a stone that can help as well. But yeah, it helps you with getting things done, finding new ways to get them done, getting organized, all those things. So I'm going to put them together. Ooh, the sky just went pitch black. Okay. And let's see, Jennifer Vatsa. For the rain to come faster so the noisy neighbors quiet down. Overcoming self-doubt. And yeah, full moon. Moonstone, Sunstone, Black Tourmaline. You got it. Sunstone helps us to shine our light brightly. It also helps us to, if we're having any kind of limited view of ourselves, this helps us to see the highest version of ourselves and the highest levels that we can aspire to and work towards. This is a stone of expanding the vision of our own potential, of being recognized for our efforts, so fame, luck, career opportunities, even marketing of a business. If you need to put yourself out there, whether it's for, like, say, your business marketing, or putting yourself out there towards, say, a promotion or something, this can be really helpful. It also is wonderful for phobias and helps to protect against things like exploitation around money. So it's a good one all around. And one of the cats is singing to us. It sounds like a Gertie. Yeah, do you feel the storm? Do you feel the storm? Yeah. Yeah, Gertie feels the storm. Gertie is scared of everything, but usually not storms. And let's see. Black Tourmaline is the ultimate, like, keep your energy away from me kind of stone. Do you want me to move that? There you go. Sorry, keeping the cats happy. So Black Tourmaline is excellent at keeping not so great energy at bay. This is one that you can place anywhere around that tends to invite people to you if you want to have kind of a filter. If you are empathic and you feel the energy of others really strongly, keeping this nearby so you kind of don't take on those energies can be really helpful. I've gone so far as to crush this up and sew it into curtains. It's South Philly tested and approved. It absolutely works. So this is a good one to keep negative energy at bay, and it does the trick. And you also requested Moonstone, which is there. Let's also do some self-doubt stuff. So since we've got, like, kind of grief and things like that coming up too, this one kind of does both. This is Black Onyx. This helps with protection, grounding fear, processing grief, and working through self-doubt, gaining a little bit of self-esteem for yourself. It also can enhance your connection to your ancestors if that's something you're working on. And it can also protect against people who would, sort of play mind games and stuff. So like this and the Sunstone, pretty potent couple of stones together. But I hope that this helps with the self-confidence. And also good protection stones are great around full moons because it's just a lot of energy. So there we go. Ooh, do you want to say hi to everyone? Do you want to? Yeah. Oh, I'm a biscuit. I'm being kneaded as dough. Oh, good stuff. You all will probably end up hearing Gertie purr and then snore at some point. It's all good. So let's do. Yeah. The singing cats. That's a nice way to put it. Singing. Usually they're just yelling at me. Okay, good. Martha's got some good requests too. Okay, go ahead and be AFK. It's all good. Hey, Morgan. Good to see you. And we had... Okay, so Martha... Gold tiger eye, red tiger eye. we've got moonstone, mookaite, smoky, amethyst, carnelian, citrine. Awesome. You want to say hellos? No? Okay. All right, I'm going to be covered in cat hair in a minute. I hope you don't mind. So, carnelian, wonderful for relationships, and this can also help with calling in love, Prudence Jane. This is everything that has to do with the sacral chakra. So this is creativity, sexual function and dysfunction, fertility, and all relationships, not just the romantic ones, but the way we relate to all the people and the world around us. Can also be great for, excuse me, still working through some asthma. Also great for healing wounds and colds too. So we'll bring this in. Citrine is wonderful for financial abundance. This can absolutely help call in some good resource gains. Oh, kitten kisses. Good for resource gains if you use Western feng shui, because our buildings aren't built to feng shui standards by any means. This would go in the back left corner of a room or home or business. If you walk into the room and the door is at your back, you would then calculate back left corner. This also helps with making good financial decisions, balancing logic with intuition, and dealing with addictions, compulsions, and even fibromyalgia. So let's go ahead and put some of this out. Mookaite is helpful for accepting change and making decisions. And it feels like that's going to be very important for everybody this month. If you haven't seen the tarot for all 12 signs that I did, all the signs are up now, and that's going to be a thing for pretty much all of us in July. So here's Mookaite. Mookaite also goes by the name Australia Jasper. And in addition to making decisions and accepting change, this can help with bladder pain and calming the digestion. It's also thought by some to help boost the immune system too. So that is Mookaite or Australia Jasper. Let's do that here and here. Smoky quartz has been used since at least the Middle Ages to protect property. And it is very calming. It helps to really powerfully ground worry. And it also transmutes energy. So it's not just sort of keeping things at bay. It's actually shifting the energy in and of itself. So it's a wonderful stone to keep in your home. It's very protective as well. So we'll go ahead and put some of these. Smoky quartz can be this almost clear, or it can be nearly black, depending on the pieces you have. Red tiger eye is probably the most protective stone that I have. It's very, very protective on the mundane level from people who would bully and pick on and cause harm, and also in the spiritual realm, like malevolent spiritual work too, warding off psychic attack, that kind of thing. It's also great for calling on money in a hurry. So that is red tiger eye. Whoop. Stones are jumping out of my hands. Awesome. And your other requests were amethyst and clear quartz. So amethyst is wonderful for opening up to spirituality. And it's also superb for anytime you're doing any self-healing and you can get a little hard on yourself. This is one that says, hey, it's okay. Rome wasn't built in a day. You're going in the right direction, one step at a time. It's okay. It's also wonderful for accepting the things that you can't change and changing the things you can't accept. It's got a very strong connection to addiction and recovery. So that is amethyst. So I'm gonna put them under the mookaite, and I'm also gonna bring out some clear quartz. Clear quartz is almost like a blank slate / like supercharger. This is a stone that you can put your own healing intentions into. You can use it in place of another crystal that you might not have. You can also use it to amplify the intensity of other stones around it. It's wonderful for all of those things, but you can basically make your own talisman with it. That was a whole lot of ATVs and bikes racing back to beat the storm. Sorry. Poor cat got scared too. So yeah, clear quartz, if you have any special intention, you can essentially just hold it and ask it to hold that healing intention. You can essentially like make your own healing crystal with it. And let's see, I think I got them all. Yeah, I did. It's good to see you, Martha. Really, really great to see you. Yeah, we are a super fun group. The people in here are unparalleled. I am so blessed with amazing people. So blessed. Aquamarine too. Yeah, garnet I feel is so underrated. It does come in amazing shades. It can look radically different one specimen to the next too. I love working with garnet. You can find them in the Wissahickon too. It's pretty wild to like find them. Oh, and thank you, Patty, for reminding me to be a good little YouTuber. If you haven't hit the like button already, please consider doing so. It helps. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's go ahead with some of Chris's requests. Definitely going to go ahead and do some aquamarine. This helps with the fluids in the body. It also supports the teeth and the gums. And as far as behavior and things like that, we often joke that this is the anti-Karen stone. It really helps deflect pettiness and people who are looking for a way to take out their feelings on someone else who did not cause them. So it can help with that. It's also wonderful for bringing about justice. It's got a very strong may justice prevail kind of vibe to it. So we'll bring that in. And green aventurine, emerald. Malachite lapis. And we've got some obsidian. We've got rutilated herkimer, pyrite. And I'll get to everyone's requests. I'm going to kind of sprinkle in Chris's requests through as we go through. Malachite is a very potent healing stone. This helps us to move really difficult feelings through the heart center. So this will also be good for Geronimo and Prudence Jane. It helps with, on a physical level, arthritis, inflammation, good for those of you with that achy joint pain. It's great for depression, anxiety, but more than anything, moving those really difficult emotions through the heart, processing them and letting them go. It can be really helpful for that. That ultimately leaves you to let things go that you no longer need to hold on to make room for something better. It's also great for fears and phobias as well, as is sunstone. So we'll bring this in. I love malachite. It's so pretty. Lapis is also great for pain and inflammation. It's excellent for integrity, follow through, talk to do ratio, as my friend Janie would say. It aids with disorganization and tendencies towards being disorganized, and it can help us to open up and have good, truthful, honest communication. Also wonderful for taking personal responsibility and for the inner ears, whether it's related to balance or hearing loss. Either way, it's great. Aventurine kind of picks up where Sunstone leaves off, or actually vice versa. This is a stone that helps to warm the heart center and give you a deep level of encouragement and says, you're more than you think you are. You can do it. If you're nervous about learning something new or intimidated about learning something new, this is a stone to keep with you. It helps you to say, like, it's okay, one step at a time, I will learn this. It's also great for allergies, eye problems, heart rhythms, and fertility. So, bring in green aventurine. And blue apatite helps with so many things, laughably given its name. Our relationship to food, whether you're looking to lose weight or gain weight or just shift your relationship with food into something more healthy, this is an absolute game changer. It's also one that can be really supportive of if you're empathic, if you tend to feel and take on the energy of others kind of easily. This is a stone that can help really strengthen your auric field and keep those energies out of it. It kind of repels them. It's also great at bringing in a general sense of harmony and peace, and also with learning our soul purpose and having the courage to embrace it and work with it. So, blue apatite. Awesome. And I've got a couple others from you too that I'm going to sprinkle in. Oh, and this one too. I will continue to sprinkle them in as we go through all of the requests. Awesome. So glad you're here, and I hope you're enjoying your vacation. Samantha, Goddess of Four. Goddess of Four. Not sure if you put it out, but black tourmaline for nosy neighbors. Yeah, we already got you covered. Jen Vatsa was looking out for you. I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. Prosperity and quick money. Okay. I will get to everybody's request, so let me just... lungs and heart. So we've got rhodonite helps very much with the lungs. The heart is unakite and aventurine. Emotional heart, we've got a lot of stones for that. We've got green onyx and malachite. For another one for the lungs is pyrite. And this is also great, not only for the lungs, but also the brain and memory. And for calling in financial abundance. Yes, yes. It's fool's gold. We like to think the fool's gold calls in the real gold. It's also wonderful for protection and intuition simultaneously. So if you struggle to hold that like dual intention of, yes, I want to hear or see or what have you, but only certain things, this is a stone that can help you hold that boundary in a really healthy way, while also manifesting some finances, ideally. Okay, there we go. And aventurine, lapis, emerald. I'll do emerald too, and fuchsite. So emerald, this helps heal the skin and tissue, and it also kind of renews your passions in life. It's wonderful for the lungs and everything involved in breathing. So like the sinuses, the bronchia, the everything about upper respiratory health. Emerald has it in spades. Also wonderful for restoring confidence to anyone who's been teased, especially about appearance. So that is emerald. Fuchsite helps us to invite in a sense of play. It encourages us to just let go and just be playful and enjoy life. It's helpful for doing any kind of self-care and inner child work. It's very powerful for that. Also helps with spinal alignment and sleep disturbances, as well as carpal tunnel. And yep, everybody that decided to take their motorcycles out is like rushing home right now. Okay, so we got aventurine and lapis. Okay, good stuff. Awesome. The rain hasn't begun here yet, I don't think. Fuchsite, aventurine, lapis, aquamarine, emerald. Thank you. Citrine, mahogany obsidian, and numite for Morgan. Absolutely. So we've got citrine, mahogany obsidian, and numite. Numite is such a fascinating stone. Super fascinating. It's only mined a few months of the year and only in Greenland. It's only mined a few months of the year because it's frozen up there the rest of the time. So if you see it, it's this dark black stone with these flashes of like this sudden goldness like within the darkness, and that really is part of what it embodies. Now, it's thought that when you're doing shadow healing work, which is really the kind of work that Prudence Jane was describing, like I'm dealing with these heavy emotions. As you're kind of digging through like where did these emotions start, what are they rooted in, what's going on, this is a stone that can help you to, as you're digging through all of that stuff, get big flashes of inspiration and reminders that spirit is with you. So it's very helpful for that. It's also extremely protective of energy, especially the energy of different items. So it's one that I would often recommend to put, if you're going to say, which crystals should I put near my tarot deck to keep the energy clear? Numite is great for that. It's far from the only one, but this is a really good one. Let's see. Kind of want to see these. So let's do... you still kind of can't. I'm going to put them here and here for now, at least. Mahogany obsidian helps us to release perfectionism. And that's something I super struggle with. It also helps with meeting goals. So this will definitely satisfy a request that we had earlier. It's great for vitality and strength. Skin healing, also another one that's good for pain in teeth and gums, as well as just releasing anger and the need for approval. When sometimes folks get into, and I know I do this, we get into it's almost like we need to feel validated by someone saying, yes, that's perfect, that's the right way to do that, thank you for doing that. And a lot of us did not have that, so we kind of search for it. This is a stone that reminds you, like, you can trust yourself. Just knowing within yourself that you did a great job, that's all you need. It doesn't have to be recognized by anyone else. You can take that joy in your own. So yeah, if you struggle with a done something is better than a perfect nothing, this is a great stone for you. So mahogany obsidian. Let's actually do... there. So that's mahogany obsidian. So glad to see you here, Morgan. Muscle cramps, arthritis, and teeth. Hey Lisa, good to see you. The alignment is always so amazing. I've been doing this for well over almost 2 years. It's been on YouTube for just over a year. And yeah, it's kind of incredible how much the linking up and overlapping is. Yeah, mahogany obsidian is definitely one that's in my little desk altar here. So let's see. Let's see, so we're back to, okay, healing for muscle cramps, arthritis, and teeth. Awesome. So arthritis we have covered with malachite and howlite and blue lace agate. Arthritis, yeah, and teeth we have definitely covered. There's a lot of good teeth stones in here. And let's also do muscle cramps. Let's do Septarian helps with that quite a bit, but let's also grab, so Septarian is wonderful for muscle cramps, but I'm also going to bring in serpentine. Serpentine is helpful for muscle spasms and cramps as well as muscle weakness. It's great for magnesium and calcium deficiency. It's also great for blood sugar levels, whether you're diabetic or hypoglycemic. It supports trance meditation, and it's also excellent for rashes and things that impact the skin. So that is serpentine. So this will help the muscles too. And yeah, teeth we have with aquamarine, howlite, and a couple others. Fuchsite too. Prosperity and quick money, we've got all the prosperity stones out. We've got the citrine, the pyrite, and the red tiger eye. And Samantha's looking for encouragement, healing for endometriosis we've got covered with the pink tourmaline and the unakite. TMJ, definitely howlite. Back pain, lapis as well as amazonite. Psoriasis, that's rhodonite. For ear stuff and fungus stuff, we have moss agate. That's good for anything that's running chaotic through your body, including fungal infections, for sure. Lapis is also good for the ears. Oh no, and other stuff too. Healing for severe financial distress because you lost your job due to COVID and can't afford anything. Oh no. Okay, so we can definitely support that. Let's see. I'm also going to put in, first thing I'm going to put in is sapphire, because this can also help with the ears as well as the eyes, also the thyroid and dementia. But it's excellent for channeling and connection to our angels and our spirit guides. It also helps us to envision positive change in difficult times. So let's do... And for the financial stress, let's do definitely all of the abundance stones, as well as sunstone. That can help with being seen for a job. But I'm also going to bring in tourmalinated quartz. This is black tourmaline going through quartz. And in this particular case, it's green quartz, so it tends to be a little bit more towards the heart. This is a great stone for breaking up really stuck old energy, like even childhood trauma. But it's also excellent at finding streams of income. So whether that's a side hustle, a new job, a way to figure out passive income, whatever it is, this can really help you to see the ways to do it. It can also be really helpful for protection while traveling. And so I'm going to put that in for all of those things. So let's put this here and here. And in general, I'm also going to bring in bloodstone. This is a good, like, emotional stuff hits the fan stone. It helps with emotional perseverance and stamina, and it can really help lift despair and self-doubt so that you can, like, feel like you can ground a little bit and act on things. It also helps quiet the mind during meditation. Awesome. So let me know if there's any other way I can help you. Oh, let's see. I'm also going to bring in some chrysoprase because we had an intention earlier about completing goals. This will also help with that. This is also overcoming disappointment and picking up the pieces after loss. So a massive setback, losing your job. This is like, okay, that sucks. And let's pivot. And what are we going to do next? So it really can help with that, like, not wallowing in things kind of energy. So bringing this into that can be very helpful. I'm so sorry you lost your job. Especially from something like being sick in a pandemic. Like, that's the worst. I'm so sorry. But let me know if there's any other way I can help. And stuff for your dog too. Hey, Christina. Wrist pain, absolutely. Communication with your higher self versus your inner critic. Definitely blue apatite, which is here, is superb for both of those things. And it's also great for, and also negative self-talk. I'll bring in epidote. Epidote helps with recovery from illness and injury, but it also helps the brain, Parkinson's, things like that. But I use it often for negative self-talk, like the way that we bully ourselves with the way that we talk to ourselves. It's also great for kind of a reset on the nervous system and just generally calming it, and it helps us to connect to the fairy realm. For Samantha's dog, I'm going to do I'm going to bring in leopard skin jasper. This helps us to connect with our animals and animal guides. It's great for any kind of animal healing. It also helps to attract a soulmate, a good partner. It helps anything impacting the skin, so this will definitely help psoriasis and things like that too. It's great for also parasites as well as coordination and balance. Yeah, it's so weird. I can hear fireworks in the distance and I'm like, are they thunder yet? So that is, let's do this. There we go. Okay, awesome. And wrist pain. Definitely howlite is good for joints, and if it's a carpal tunnel thing, we have a couple stones that are great for that, including but not limited to mahogany obsidian. So either way, you're covered. I'm so sorry that's happening. I need to get more sapphire for the shop too. I've been really struggling with that, with finding good quality sapphire. Hey, Catherine. Kanta, good to see you. Recovery from back issues, we have Amazonite. Sister's Sight, we have aventurine in. Brother's Heart Health, we have tourmalinated quartz and unakite. We've got lots of good lung stones too. Dizziness. Everyone's arthritis. We've got the arthritis stones. We've got malachite, howlite, and blue lace agate to help with that. Definitely for dizziness too, coordination and balance, leopard skin jasper is helpful. The alignment is super amazing. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and I think we are good. I also feel like I want to bring in green kyanite before we move on, because green kyanite can be super helpful when it comes to, oops, knocking things over. Green kyanite can be really helpful with the lungs as well and breathing. When we were at the height of COVID, we often put this in the grid and we found it to be very helpful. So great for chest, lungs, the heart, and asthma. But it's also great with balancing and blending your spiritual life and your intuition with your mundane logic kind of side of life. It helps with gaining wisdom through intuition, and it helps to deeply connect with the spirit elements of plants, which can be really renewing. And I feel like this will help all of us as we enter into this month in July. So let's go ahead and add this in. Awesome. So I think we're good. I think I got everybody's request. I hope I did. It's so humid, my hair's not drying. That's hilarious. Okay. Hey, Heart, I hope you're well. Okay, so I am going to do that thing where I quickly describe what Reiki is, a little bit of how this works, and how to make the most of the session. And while I do that, if you wouldn't mind helping me lift this beautiful energy, including the energy of your space and that you are in, go ahead into the chat, hit that like button if you haven't already, and type anything that you are grateful for, anything at all. And that'll help lift the energy. It's such a powerful way to transform the energy. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to do the regular description of Reiki, and then we're going to get into the healing. So what is Reiki for those of you who are new? So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you want to learn more about me, you can go ahead and visit my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com, where you can learn about my live online Reiki certification courses. There's a level 1 starting this Wednesday, and there's a little bit of room left, just putting that out there. You can also learn about how to schedule one-on-one distance healings and tarot readings, and you can also shop my Reiki Charged Crystal collection. So there's all that stuff. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become more or less a catch-all term for energy healing, but specifically I work with Usui Reiki. This particular method is founded by Mikao Usui. He created this method in the early 1920s Japan, when teaching things that even looked kind of like religion were absolutely a no-go. So this particular approach is highly spiritual and totally secular, which is absolutely wonderful, and I think a big reason it resonates with us in the West so much. So with that said, the energy itself that makes the foundation of what Usui Reiki is working with, that understanding comes from Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan. And this is sort of how energy is understood still to this day in their society. So there's the concept of interconnectedness, that we are all interconnected, and that everyone and everything has a soul. All of those souls are interconnected. And spirit, however you might define it to be, would be providing that sort of animating energy, that spirit that we have. That energy comes in through that interconnectedness that everyone has. So Reiki energy is flowing through us all the time. Our body, mind, and spirit work with it all the time to bring about the greatest levels of healing and balance that we can achieve in a moment-to-moment situation. Even though we might not be aware of that energy existing, it's nonetheless there. And just like we might not even realize that we're mostly made of water, and we need water for even the most basic elemental anything, but yet we still don't have to think about what the water does when we drink it. Very much like with Reiki, our body, mind, and spirit take over, and the energy goes to where it's most needed. So during this session, essentially what I'll be doing is connecting to that energy that I feel flows through everyone and that everyone has access to, and using Usui's techniques, essentially direct more of that energy to all of you, wherever you happen to be and whenever you happen to be watching this. And more on that in a moment. So during the session, you may feel your body have some sensations that are different. Emotionally, you may notice some feelings rise up or get released. Mentally, you may be able to sort of process some things that have been difficult to think about, or even hear your subconscious. Spiritually, you may have a big breakthrough or a deep intuition, and you may also just have a really beautiful healing nap. More than likely, your session is going to feel like some perfect combination of exactly all of those things that are best for you in this moment. And what do you need to do to feel it on your end? Nothing. Just have an open heart and mind. I usually suggest that you find a place that is comfortable for you. You can sit up, lay down, whatever you want to do. You don't even have to remain still. If you want to do some stretches or journal or pull out your tarot cards or your guitar, this is your time for you, and you can enjoy it any way that you want. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent or quiet. You can simply just be. I will send for 25 minutes, during which time I'll turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I'll turn the music up. If you want to learn more about our musical creator, she is linked at the very bottom of the description so that you can check out her channel and the rest of her music. As far as the distance element here, whether you are close by or across the globe, doesn't really matter. You'll be able to connect with this energy, and if you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, it's there for you too. So all you need to do is have that open heart and mind. Because all of our spirits are interconnected, the Reiki energy isn't restricted by space and time the way that our physical bodies are. So it will be available to you whenever you find this video. And for those of you who are here live, if you find that one day you're saying, I really could use some Reiki and Danielle's not live right now, go ahead and check out the Past Healing Live Streams playlist. There's over 300 videos for you to pick from. Just go ahead and take a peek at the thumbnails, the pictures of the grid, and the first one that speaks to you, that's the one. So it's always there for you. I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same time, so you can set your clock to it. And I absolutely love enjoying and enjoy sharing this healing energy with all of you. If you don't want to miss an opportunity to hang out here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button with your notifications on so that you get notified and you don't miss an opportunity. And check out the other videos on the Tarot for all 12 signs if you're interested in what's going on for you this July. So let's go ahead over to the crystal grid and get ready for our session. Oh, I love all the beautiful well wishes. Oh, and the cats are singing. Yes, you can come on up. Awesome. Thank you all so much for being here. It definitely is the communal energy that helps build the beauty of all of this. I'm also going to adjust the camera just a little bit. Yes, little ba. Okay, hang on a second. Sorry, there was a car going by with copyrighted music blaring, and nothing will shut my stream down faster than that. So, enjoy your sessions, everyone. Yeah, the little meows. Yes, I love that. I love that Martha calls them the singing cats. Wow, wow. Hey, you. You want to come up? You want to come up and get some Reiki? You want to say hi? You want to say hi to everybody? So that is Hattie. That's the other kitty. She is here to purr at all of you. So, aw, thank you. Hi. Hi. You can hang it on my lap. It's fine. So everybody go ahead and just get comfy wherever you are. You can move around all you need to. If you do feel like you get distracted, you can always just take a deep breath in and out and it'll draw you right back into the session. So enjoy your session and I will see you in about 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly allow yourself the chance to come back to your body. Gently stretch or wiggle your fingers and toes if it feels right. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you have any questions or anything to share, the chat is open. Oh, that's beautiful, Heart. Thank you. Thank you, T. Best luck and healing vibes to you also. You're welcome, Goddess of Four. Yeah, I've got the sleeping Hattie cat just sprawled over my lap. You're welcome, Heart. Thank you, Catherine. Same to you. Yeah, those of you in the States, which very much includes me, Tuesday is our Independence Day. I will be here for the stream as scheduled at 8 p.m. So I'll be here if you need a little relaxation at the end of the night. You're welcome, Martha. Divya, you're welcome, and welcome in. Kanta, I'm so glad that was helpful. You're welcome, Lisa. All the best to you and your sister, your brother, and your mother. Geronimo, I know you'll probably watch this on the rerun, so all the best to you. Feel better. No, I don't have tornado warnings here, but we do have some severe storm warnings. Christina, oh, that's awesome. The collective energy here is just amazing. Oh, that's beautiful, Patty. Thank you. Thank you, Joanna. You have a good night as well. If you haven't already hit the like button, please consider doing so. It actually does help stuff, which is wild. Aw. Lots of love to you and Key. Hattie is currently doing air biscuits. Oh, thank you, Catherine. It's good to see you. Lots of love to you. Lots of love to you too, Lisa. Have a good one. Absolutely, Samantha. I hope everything turns around for you. Yes, the cats do adjust the grid. And sometimes they pick up a very specific stone, and I'm like, interesting. Yeah, that's you. That's you. Okay, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, thank you, Michael. Have a beautiful night. I'm here every Sunday at the same time. And I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times. They're all listed in the description below. So, hope to see you again. Have a good night. Everyone have a good night. I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, air biscuits are adorable. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close here with an abundance of gratitude. I will be back Tuesday at 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. Yes, and love, special love to Philly, the home of independence. Yep. We do it up over here. Everybody have a beautiful week ahead, a wonderful Independence Day if you're in the States. And I hope to see you all again soon. Take care and bye for now.